Welcome back to the Minnesota Gophers Dynasty. Today, non-conference play comes to an end here in rainy Birmingham as Minnesota continues their road trip against UAB. It's been fun watching some of the newcomers break out in the first couple games, and this is our last chance to prepare for Big Ten play as we open up against number 3 Ohio State next week. Can Minnesota finish non-conference play strong? We're underway in week 3 as UAB has possession. Quarterback Eric Carrington out of the shotgun. He lines up with 4 receivers and Garrett James to his right. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Carrington throws and connects with Ken Manning, who falls across the 40-yard line for an 18-yard catch. Can this defense rebound against the ground? Here's Garrett James. He meets Vincent Walker, and it's a loss of 2. Walker did not play well last week, missing way too many tackles. 3rd and 13, Carrington with a screen, it's out to James, and there's Brian Weaver, who's had a fantastic start to the year. Big loss, and now Minnesota will take over. They line up 4 wide, Andy McKenzie out of the pistol. Throwing on 1st down as McKenzie has his pass batted down by Derek McKinley. Terrence Johnson is back in the lineup after suffering a concussion last week. 2nd and 10, lob downfield, and McKinley's all over that one. Trying to go long to Johnson, and McKinley's deflected our first 2 passes. McKenzie on 3rd down. Out of the flats, here's Matt Pierre, and he breaks the tackle, and that's enough to get the 1st down. We're still experimenting with these running backs, and that's a great play by Pierre. 1st and 10, still throwing, and McKenzie hooks up with Martin Parker short. That's good for about 6. Out of the shotgun on 3rd and 1. Off the fake to Pierre, over the middle, and Johnson has the reach behind him. Poor throw by McKenzie, but Johnson reels it in. 1st down, still throwing is Minnesota. And McKenzie has the pocket collapse around him. Good coverage downfield, and sacked by Eric Jackson. 3rd and 9, Minnesota. UAB brings 4. McKenzie, long ball to the end zone and knocked away. Almost picked off trying to go long to Rollins. Shane Wood has connected from 54 and 55 this season. From 54 again, but this time Wood comes up short. Minnesota cannot score on their first drive. Carrington gives to Garrett James on 1st down, and he meets Vincent Walker again. Keep your eyes on him today. 3rd and 5 into the air. Carrington middle, and Grier can't haul it in. David McClellan knocked it out of his hands. Almost a 1st down catch, but McClellan continues a strong start to this year. Gopher ball, and we're still scoreless. 3 wide receivers as McKenzie throws, and it's caught by Jared Rollins on a slant. Good for about 9.5. 3rd and inches. The back is Chauncey Thornton, and he's met in the backfield, and he didn't get it. The unblocked defender, Matt Bentley, with the big stop. Slow starts to Minnesota has been a trend this season. Garrett James on the carry, 1st and 10. He's out for about 8. 3 wide on 2nd and short. Option left, and Carrington is wrapped up by Jason Harper. A loss of 4 on the play. 2nd and 2 turns into 3rd and 6. Screen. Carrington hitting the pass is incomplete. Pressured by Jonathan Starks, who played fantastic last week. All punts so far in this one as UAB kicks it deep to Brandon Jones, getting a shot to return some punts this week, and he's able to get past 1 but only pick up 5. Minnesota's 3rd drive begins, 3 receivers. McKenzie deep over the middle, and that's knocked down by Michael Hobbs. The safety's making some impressive plays so far. McKenzie's 5 of 10 throwing. Now he hands off, and TJ Jackson can't find much room. Gain of maybe 3. 3rd and 7, Minnesota. Good pocket for McKenzie. He's out left, and Rollins ran through a tackle across the 40. And now Rollins makes a man miss, and then caught inside the 20. It's a 52-yard catch and run to spark this offense. I've been hoping for bigger plays from Jared Rollins this season, and this wasn't even what I had in mind. But that was awesome. 1st down, Minnesota now in the red zone. McKenzie off the fake. Deep, end zone, and Jared Rollins finishes the drive. 18-yard touchdown. This time he just broke free in the end zone and pulled in the reception. The Gophers score first, it's 7-0. UAB ball, 1st and 10. Here comes the blitz. Carrington hit but finds Grier over the middle, and he's got about 18 yards on this catch and run. The receivers on the left line up tight. 2nd and 10. Carrington under pressure, and he is sacked by Brian Weaver. That's already 4 sacks for him this year. 3rd and long UAB. Minnesota plays soft. Carrington to Kinnery, and he gets about 11, well shy of the mark, and Minnesota forces yet another Blazer punt. Now the Gophers line up in the diamond package as Matt Pierre is back in the game, trying to find a hole, fighting for extra yards. He gets about 7. 2 tight ends in the set on 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, McKenzie rolling right. Hit, but finds Johnson downfield. 26-yard connection. McKenzie off the play fake is a lot of fun. Now back to pass on 1st and 10, and McKenzie goes down. Good coverage and good pass rush. Tyler Hill that time. 3rd and 16 for Minnesota. UAB blitzes, and McKenzie's hit. He just got the throw off, but it didn't go anywhere. UAB's defense holding their own. Carrington to throw on 2nd down. A lot of time, he lobs left, and that should have been picked. Come on, Joe Bennett. 3rd down for UAB. And here comes Minnesota's blitz. Carrington short, caught by Hayford. He broke a tackle, fights through another, and he picks up the 1st down. These types of plays can't happen. Joe Preston has to make the tackle right there. Minnesota loads the box on 1st and 10. It's a 1-5-5 package, and there's Reggie Carter in the backfield. A 5-yard loss for Garrett James. 3rd and long for Carrington. Short to Corbett, and this time a tackle is made. Good job by Joe Bennett. 4th down. Another punt return opportunity for Brandon Jones, who has good speed and acceleration. He's a backup receiver right now. He fields the kick and works to the sideline, trying to find the corner, and Jones picks up about 14. 3-wide pistol for McKenzie on 1st and 10. McKenzie throws left, and that is intercepted by McKinley. Inside the 35, and driven out of bounds at about the 22. He had already batted away a couple of McKenzie throws, and now an interception on a poor decision to throw to Martin Parker. The Blazers take over. Carrington feeds James. Nice stiff arm on Carter. Breaks a tackle from Starks and gets about 6. James Corbett is the man in motion. 2nd and 4. Carrington throws middle, and Grier can't make the catch. Joe Preston that time forced the incompletion. UAB on 3rd and 4. James stays in to block. Carrington outside, and he threw it away out of bounds. They'll kick the field goal. The Gophers take over 1st and 10. Hand off to Chauncey Thornton up the middle with running room, and Thornton picks up about 8 yards. And it looks like Thornton is shaken up after being tackled. 1st down, and now Jackson is in the game at tailback. And Parker has the catch on a slant. That's good for 8. 2 receivers left on 2nd and 2. Play fake, McKenzie. He resets in the pocket and finds Terrence Johnson. This was supposed to be a rollout, but there's the defender, and McKenzie's able to make a great throw from the pocket. 2 tight ends in the formation for Minnesota. McKenzie left, a tight window, but he found Martin Parker. That's good for 14. Parker in motion this time. And McKenzie off the fake. This time he rolls out of the pocket, fires outside, and he finds Terrence Johnson again. 20 yards. Red zone trip for Minnesota. 1st and goal, Pierre on the carry. Up the middle and falling forward like he tends to do. 8-yard gain. 2nd and goal. Blitz incoming, McKenzie throws, and Matt Pierre was all alone. Touchdown, Gophers. Also wide open was Marcus Williams. That was just too easy. 14-3 Minnesota. The 2nd quarter is winding down. Carrington on 1st and 10 finds Hayford over the middle. That's good for a UAB 1st down. Still plenty of time for the Blazers if they can get something going. Carrington, good pocket, and wide open is Kinnery, and he's into Minnesota territory on the gain of 13. UAB hurries back to the line. Gophers rush 4 on 1st and 10. Good pickup by James. Carrington now hit, and he unloads deep, and the pass is picked off. Corey Boyd in the end zone. His first pick on the year as Carrington was hit by Jason Harper and just threw one up in double coverage. Minnesota takes over. Now can they do something with a little bit of time left? 1st down Minnesota, and McKenzie to Terrence Johnson once again. Working the inside for 19, and now Johnson is down. He was unable to finish last week's game. We'll see if he returns later today. 1st and 10. Long ball from McKenzie. It's Martin Parker who got behind the defense. 51 yards. We definitely have the speed to open up this passing game, and Parker can be a great downfield threat. Great throw in stride. First down, split shotgun. McKenzie, end zone, and Matt Pierre's wide open again. They just don't want to cover him. His second receiving touchdown in this quarter. Just up the sideline, the wheel route was left undetected. 21-3 Minnesota. Another slow start, but a strong second quarter gives Minnesota a 21-3 lead as we've reached halftime. Time to get this third quarter underway. Minnesota leads right now by 18. They've had big plays from Jared Rollins and a couple touchdowns from Matt Pierre. 271 passing yards to only 23 rushing yards. But sadly, for the second straight week, Terrence Johnson will not return to the game. In his place right now is Lee James, and he comes through with a gain of 6 on his first reception. Third down Minnesota, they need 7. McKenzie, middle, and that was knocked away once again. Derek McKinley. UAB ball, it's been a good day for the Minnesota defense. A quick pass out to Corbett, and he is taken down by Joe Bennett. Another good tackle. UAB with 4 receivers on 2nd and 11. Nice pocket for Carrington. Long ball, and it's caught by James Corbett. He got by David McClellan, and it's a Blazer touchdown. Just threw it up, and Corbett made a good adjustment, and McClellan couldn't stick with them. Very nice play by UAB as they make this an 11-point game. Matt Pierre in the game at tailback, and he finds the inside running lane and runs through it for about 9 yards. We'll find the extent of Terrence Johnson's injury after the game, but back to the man filling in his shoes right now, Lee James for 12 yards. 2 tight ends and Thornton back in the game. Up the middle and a good move, and Thornton gets about 8 yards. Third down for Minnesota. TJ Jackson now in, and McKenzie throws and he completes to Parker for a 7-yard first down. McKinley creeps down and he shows blitz. 1st and 10. McKenzie middle, and there's Lee James again. It's time for 7 yards. From the UAB 33. 1st and 10. McKenzie down the middle, and that one is jumped by Hobbs. Both starting safeties have intercepted Andy McKenzie. There was a deep post by Lee James, and the safety just undercut him. Those safeties have impressed me all game. UAB takes over. They're down 11. Feeding Garrett James, and he runs left, and he gains about 8. First down. Carrington again. Garrett James, and this time Joe Preston with a nice run stop. On 2nd down. Carrington to the air, wide open, Ken Manning, he's close to the mark. First down Blazers. In Gopher territory, it's 1st down. Good pocket for Carrington, and Canary can't bring it in. I'd be watching out for James Corbett here on 3rd and 10. Carrington, it's a screen left, and Smith with the catch. A stiff arm on Corey Boyd, and he picks up the first down. One of the few times Boyd's had a chance but couldn't make the play. The stiff arm, and then he tries to turn around and just falls over. Minnesota's corners play off. Carrington throws hot, seeing the blitz, and he finds James Corbett, good for about 7. Big 3rd down for UAB, down 11. Carrington to Smith, and a good tackle by Jason Harper. He came up short, and Smith is shaken up. UAB will settle for the field goal. Hawthorne holds, kick is up, and this is now a 1-score game. UAB's played us tough. We can't let our guard down. 1st and 10, TJ Jackson carries. Can't find the outside, he spins ahead, good for about 6. 3 wide shotgun on 3rd and 4. McKenzie dumped off, and a good catch by TJ Jackson, and that moves the chains. I want to see how these guys play in the pass game, and that type of play is very impressive. First down Minnesota after the nice Jackson catch. Now up the sideline, that's caught by Jackson, and he has about 9 yards. On 2nd and 1, McKenzie back to pass. Throwing middle, there's Lee James, and he picks up the first down, gain of 13. James getting a lot of looks with no Terrence Johnson. Here's a screen now, it's TJ Jackson. Doesn't find much room, he gets 5. Matt Pierre in at tailback, and he carries up the middle. Pierre wrapped up, he's close to the marker, and first down Minnesota. The clock winding down in the 3rd quarter. McKenzie able to fit it into Martin Parker, and this is a gain of 8. Parker is closing in on 100 yards today. Second and short, and once again, Lee James open over the middle. That's an 8-yard reception, and his 5th on the day. Nick Wilkerson and Henry Hooper check in the game. On second down, dumped off to TJ Jackson, and he picks up 6. Third down, Minnesota. Wilkerson slot right. McKenzie pressured, and the pass is incomplete. 4th down forced by UAB. A quick update, our opponents next week, Ohio State, currently losing to Boston College. We'll see how that one turns out after this game is over. 4th quarter is underway. Minnesota added a field goal last drive. They're up by 11 again, but here's a determined run by Garrett James. This game isn't over. UAB is still in this. Quick throw to Canary, and he has the first down, crossing the 50. First down UAB, they're working quickly. Carrington with a good pocket, and Canary comes through again. First down to the Minnesota 30. Carrington finding holes in our pass defense in the second half. Second down, Carrington wants to scramble, and this time he goes down. Minnesota brought some pressure. It was Greg Kelly with the sack. UAB backed up to 3rd and 16. Gophers rush 3. Carrington deep to the end zone, and Corbett can't make the catch. What a play here by Calvin Hall. Corbett beat Joe Bennett, but Hall knocked it free. The big play by Hall forces a 52-yard field goal on the way, and it's off the upright. No good. Gophers take over. Now the Gophers will try to run some clock. Here's Thornton, but UAB's played well against the run all day. No gain. Second down. This time a screen. Getting all the backs involved in the passing game as Thornton makes the catch but can't find much room. Gain of 4. Third down, Minnesota. McKenzie needs 6. He finds Parker short, and he came up short. 4th down. Once again, UAB ball. This game is far from over. 1st and 10. They throw a screen to Garrett James. And nice play by Vincent Walker. The blocker went low, and despite stumbling, Walker still made the tackle. On 2nd and 7. Carrington throws middle, and Canary with another catch. This time beating Joe Preston. Both teams just feeding their slot receivers. It's Garrett James on the carry, and a good play at the numbers by Vincent Walker. 2nd and 6. Carrington throws left. There's Jeff Canary again. Preston couldn't keep up, and he picks up the first down. On first down, it's James again, and Vincent Walker keeps making plays. That's his 3rd impressive play on this drive. Can someone make a play on 3rd and 8? Carrington throws left, and that should have been picked by Joe Preston. 4th down UAB. They have to go for it. And Minnesota brings a blitz. Carrington right, and James Corbett moves the chains. At the Gopher 34-yard line. First down handoff, and Smith is caught in the backfield. It's Jonathan Starks. Only his 2nd tackle today. 2nd and long for UAB. Carrington underneath, and there's Garrett James. Tackled by Carter, it's a gain of 9. Another 3rd down. Carrington needs 6. And he looks to run for it. Carrington can't get past McClellan. Good tackle, forcing 4th and 1. UAB to their power formation. Toss out to Smith, and Jonathan Starks is there. He makes the play and turns over UAB on downs. He made a great play on 4th down last week as well. 24-13, Gophers trying to run the rest of this clock out, and Thornton finds some running room, and he's able to fight through some contact for a gain of 17. Hands off now for Matt Pierre, and a nice subtle move makes a man miss, and Pierre gains 5. 3rd down, 2 tight ends lined up on the right side. Hands off Thornton, he runs that way, and Thornton picks up the first down, and Minnesota defeats the UAB Blazers. 24-13. We scored a lot less points than I hoped for, and only 3 in the second half. Today I wanted to emphasize the passing game and have Andy throw it at least 40 times. He threw it 43 times and had good numbers outside of those 2 interceptions. UAB was also able to deflect a handful of passes. I wanted to see what this offense could do if we relied primarily on the passing game, and I wanted to get the backs involved. And I thought Pierre did well. He was wide open, so it's hard to really judge his route running ability or anything when there's nobody even covering him, but he made a couple catches, and TJ Jackson had that tough catch for a first down, and they both did well. However, both sides of the ball have to be more consistent now that we've reached Big Ten play. We open up against Ohio State, who ended up losing to Boston College, so they're 1-1, number 10 in the country. They lost 37-48. We jump up to number 4 in the standings with them falling out of the top 5. Now, Terrence Johnson could not finish his second game in a row, but this time around it was a bruised sternum. He's going to be good to go next week against Ohio State, but it's somewhat concerning that he hasn't finished these last 2 games. Hopefully he can stay healthy. He played less than half the game and still had 8 catches today. And then Lee James was very productive in his spot, so he's probably going to get the nod in the 4 receiver sets. I think I have the roles for these running backs all figured out. You're going to see mainly Matt Pierre and TJ Jackson. All 3 backs will still contribute, but the way our offense works, obviously Pierre and Jackson fit it better than Thornton. He'll find his spots in the twin tight end sets when we're power running in short yardage situations, but he's not a guy who's going to beat you outside the tackles. Anyway, that is it for week 3. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's game. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section as we prepare for Big Ten play. We open up against Ohio State, the team to defeat us last year in the Big Ten Championship. We'll see if we can have a strong start to Big Ten play and hopefully a strong start to the game. If you take our first 2 possessions from all 3 games so far, we only scored on 1 of them. We have to start much stronger. Hopefully that begins next week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Have a great day.